Oops. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Looks like you can. Look at that. Will's the only one with a ticket in. I feel like if Will's the only one, he can't lose. Right? I feel like he's the only one that can't lose. Um, sorry, I was getting a little bit of a late start. What's it called? Uh, for some reason, there's like we have jets that keep flying over the house. I don't know. We're being invaded. You just don't know it yet. Um, no, they do that. Naval Academy. I don't. It's kind of weird. Like the Blue Angels are obviously not scared. I don't know. Maybe actually, maybe they are. I didn't even think about that, but maybe they are practicing for like some type of Labor Day thing. Maybe it's the only reason I think that that they could do it. We had tornadoes yesterday, so it's not like it's you know, who knows. But yeah, everything's good here. Man, there's you. Yeah, it's crazy like seeing people post the pictures of kind of like the tornado destruction. Um, like a guy, I don't know, it is a pretty big tree, like I don't know, diameter bigger than like that of a tire, right? Literally just kind of crack from the bottom for the first 8-10 feet, like to the side. It's crazy. It's like the amount of force that would be needed to do that. It's just insane. I mean, the trees here are not used to it, obviously. It's not like we live in Texas, right? Um, but yeah, some of the pictures are just crazy. And then there's not as much boat damage as you would assume, but crazy, crazy stuff. And then Debbie's pictures of the subway flooding, or Ernest, I guess you posted the New York City. New York City, they it floods pretty often. So and James talking about brown water. It's like, yeah, most of that is the lighting, but yeah. But yes, Ernest, their hot dogs and bagels are good. Yeah, their bagels are good, but I would say their pizza. The pizza and the pizza crust turns out really well with that brown water. Like I said, I don't know. I would guess, I guess hot dogs, yeah, kinda, because they boil them. Bagels, absolutely, but I would say pizza too. You know, I know like some, like Jack and the Chicago people are like, no, no, Chicago pizza's better. It's like Chicago pizza's different, right? I would say New York pizza is the way to go. So, all right, I was in New York City on Saturday. Glad I left when I did. Not that fun. Not sure why it does that. I don't know. I don't know that I want to be there for that. Like I said, the flooding would be no, no, absolutely not. Definitely not. No, no, no. There's always that one guy. Yeah. No, it's all right. It's okay. I don't know. And yes, I can say, like, I don't know. It's all right. New Haven Pizza got its own document. Did Chicago? Yes, I'm sure Chicago did. New Haven probably only did because of like it was probably like a Yale like alum that got it its own thing at Amazon. That's probably why it got its own documentary. But New Haven pizzas, no, no. You want to go down to the financial district, go down to like one of those alleys that like it's behind somebody, and they got some great stuff. Ugh. But yeah, no, Yale pizza is not. It's not that great. But yeah, it was definitely an alum. And yes, I have been to Yale. Yes, when I worked in the financial district, I was actually dating a girl that was going to Yale. I used to take the train out there. So I have had the pizza, so I can say that the pizza is not quite as good. It's good, but I wouldn't say it's the best. It's good, but it's not the best. That's what one of my kids says. Nah, I don't know about that, man. No, not like actual like the brand Yale pizza. No. Um, but yeah, I'm telling you, it's easy to get fat on pizza in New York because it's not a normal size slice. I don't. For all of you that don't live in New York, so first off, they don't call it pizza. It's like it's a slice of pie, is what they say. First off, but second off, it's like 2 or 3 times the size of normal pizza. Like when I say normal pizza, like anywhere else in the U.S., if you ask for a piece of pizza, right, or a slice of pie, um, in New York City, it's like 3 times as big. Right, it's thin. Right, it's like a thin crust, crispy though, really crispy. The toppings are all huge. They're like 2 and 3 times the size. Like if you get like get like a meat lover's pizza from like Pizza Hut, anywhere else, you go up to New York City, it's like mounded on the top. It's like more meat than it is pizza. It's crazy. beats. Chicago style's alright, but Chicago style is basically just like eating like a I don't know, I don't wanna say like a meatloaf, but I don't know. I I don't know. I just wouldn't say that Chicago style is pizza, you know? Even Jack who lives in Chicago is like, "No, it's not really pizza." Right? It's more like a it's more like a stew with no liquid. We probably don't have the real thing. No, you don't. No. It takes like forever to get it. You go up there, it takes like 35 minutes to get it, and it's like super thick. You have like one piece, and you're like, "Yeah, I just ate 6 pounds of meat. I'm good." Um, I mean, very, very tasty. Very, very tasty. But it's not like when you think about pizza and the pizza experience, you can fold it in half and like eat it that way, and it's like you get something. It's not the same. Like it's an ordeal. Like Chicago pizza is definitely an ordeal. Like, hey, listen, because of the deep dish style, it's going to take 35 minutes for us to get it out to you. It's not like here where it's 8 minutes in and out. You're done. Eat it, get out. It's not those things. Um, so yeah. Anyway, the reason we're just gabbing over here is because really there's not a ton. We had a great Aussie setup that dinged from yesterday forward. Besides that, you can see everything else is pretty much flat. Um, I want to know if, and I guess I'm not. I want to know. I will find out. But between 1 and 3, I'm interested if Bostic and Daly are both going to kind of provide some type of substance that is going to kind of jack the market around. I feel like after kind of some of what we've seen this week, with non-farm tomorrow, I feel like this is going to be that like Thursday breather before the non-farm day. The other thing about it is this is always a really strange non-farm because it is a holiday weekend, so people leave early. Now, granted, having a hurricane, or I don't even know, I guess it's a tropical storm with I don't know what rotation depressions or whatever the heck they're calling it. Um, it's not like it's going to be a I mean, it's like the last. It's technically right in working at the beach. This is technically the last beach weekend. Now, a lot of people have already started school because Labor Day is so late this year. But Labor Day is the close of the summer, so this is the last true beach weekend that everybody was supposed to be heading away. But now most of the East Coast is cleaning up, debris from like a hurricane. So kind of weird, right? So I don't know. I'm trying to get certain pizza places in Vegas to get theirs closer. Now, Neuro, unfortunately, they can't do it. Yeah, well, I know, right? August, you don't need August. I mean, the song says "See you in September," not "See you August 1st," right? Kids don't need. Well, that's okay. My kids are in school till like June 22nd or something like that. I was like, man, I remember like as a kid, I was complaining. It's like, man, June 6th. What is this? This is garbage. Man, my summer. Where's my summer? But because of inflation, now summer is only 2 months, not 3 months. Not in Georgia. It's 98 degrees in August anyway. But it's a wet heat. It's a wet heat, right? Everybody in Vegas and Arizona. It's 110, but it's a dry heat. It's like I don't care, dry or wet. It's hot, right? 110, 114 degrees. I told you guys that story, right? I was in Arizona. I was at an investing event, and it was like 115 degrees. You would leave the hotel, right, just across the parking lot, and it was like that same feeling when you open the oven, like check on like pies or like turkey or something like that, and you have that heat wave that rolls over your face. That was exactly what it was like. You would open the door, and it would like wave over. You're like, holy crap! But then it doesn't stop. You walk outside, you're like, wow, this is what it feels like to be cooked. So, yeah, I've got Ernest beat. I can sous vide on the driveway. Yeah, yes, Will. Yeah, I'm sure that you can. It's funny. It's good. I can see you on the driveway. Yeah. Anyway, top news stories of the day. It's going to be New York. You know, all flights grounded at Newark Airport due to severe flooding. Travel ban in effect. Yeah, it's just you know this is what happens post whatever. But it's funny, all the top stories are like New York, New York, New York, New York. It's like, what about Louisiana? It's like, oh, we don't have power yet, so that's why we're not posting any news. Everything's about New York. New York is I swear, like New York. I don't know who I was talking about this yesterday. I was like, if California and New York would just do their own, if they would both leave and do their own thing, I think the United States would be a little bit more level-headed, right? Like, how much? Like, yes, because of flooding in New York City, it's like, oh man, there's 3 news releases right now, but how many people in Louisiana still have no power? I mean, Todd's kid got sent home. He goes, I don't know if you guys know this. Todd has two sons in college. One of them is in Louisiana, New Orleans for college. They basically they took them all and I guess bust them to Houston. Houston is like I guess I don't know if it's Houston. Maybe it is Houston. Yeah, I think it's Houston. They bust them all to Houston, right? And basically said, "Go home. You guys can come back in a month." They're like, "We're going to be recovering for the next month, so you're going to have to go do virtual school for a month." Kid just got back down there, and now they told him to go home, and he's home till October, I think. So yeah, skipping all of September, right? Yeah, but we're talking about flooding in New York City, right? New York Airport. No, that's why we have some inequalities here. Anyway, let's go over and let's start diving into. God, this driving me nuts. 460. I need to refill my tank, and it's like I'm gonna give the guy a hard time. I was like, hey, listen, we didn't do a full tank in the spring because he told me the price would go back down again. The price is now double. So yeah, what are you gonna do for me, buddy? You told me not to fill it, and now this is what I got to deal with. Anyway, Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar is continuing to rally. Again, here was a trade yesterday morning with Todd. We were sitting down here. This is a 5 minute. I don't need a 5 minute. We can do it on 30. You can see yesterday when we talked, we were sitting right in this time frame right here. 73.81. Hopefully you guys got it. Nice little spike up at 12. Grabbed it, came all the way back down, and you were out by about 8 o'clock last night. So decent runner on that one. I think this one was, what was the total? About 21, right? Small risk loan. Then we came up in base. Then again, telltale sign it's going to break through the top, especially this one right here. You see that one right here? Telltale sign when it comes up, touches, and then starts the base, it's going to break. And came up and base through. Unfortunately, didn't get a Harry Potter entry in it. Really not much there. You can see the next level up top. And again, there's some chop back and forth in there, but this is a higher time frame level. First off, let's turn this white and whoops. Not white on white. Although, you know what? Maybe. No, I feel like you can't see that as much. I'll do it the other way. We'll do red and white. I feel like that it's a little bit better to see. 71.38, right? 74.38 is I think it's based off a 4 hour zone. So again, we got some room to run. We got about 30 pips to go on this one. Hopefully we can get something today. Kind of surprised that we continued with the dollar weakness, but we did get news that Australia is kind of opening back up again, coming out of the recession. So those are all positive things for the Aussie. But remember tonight, retail sales. Okay. So I really kind of almost want this to run up and then this number to come in at like a 2.3. It would be less, right? But still overly negative, which would be great if we can get one of, something like this, right? If we can punch up. And again, I think it's there. If we get enough little help from, Daly or Bostic, I think we could go. So it's kind of like a trade I'm looking for tonight. It's going to probably be an if this then that base trade for me. Unfortunately, I have like 12 hours of. I have first lacrosse practice tonight for the new year, and then like another thing after that, and it's like when am I going to get to sleep tonight? But definitely will be. I have a prior engagement, so this one is going to be one of those ones where hopefully throughout the day, we'll see by the end of the day if we're comfortable taking it. But 73.38, I think, is a good rollover. And right now, I can't tell you where the target would be, but most likely, again, if we just continue to push up and it grinds higher, most likely our target on this one will be sitting down here at the 73.88. Reason why is, again, we had basing. It's an old zone. We know there's people there. The old sellers became buyers and stabilized it here to punch it higher. So could be good, right? Now, for some reason, if we're able to pop, I don't think there's really any more news. There's no more news for right now. If we can get up into this area in the next, I don't know. I mean, let's see. It's 29 pips. If we can move there in 40 minutes, it's possible, but that'd be quite a parabolic move from the open. Then it could be a potential reversal. Maybe it's like an 11 o'clock thing. So, yeah, it could be good. Right? Could be good. Maybe. 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 I'm trying to think. Would I take it after lunch? I don't know. Like I feel like so with this data tonight, I feel like this is going to be negative, but I feel like it's going to be less than what their expectation is. So I mean, I feel like it's more set up for a positive Aussie release, but the way that it's looking right now on a technical basis, it's setting up the other way. So I don't know. We'll see. It's a little bit early now, but watch that level. I think this is a decent level to kind of focus on. Aussie yen. So Aussie yen is pushed back up. You can see here we had kind of a interesting kind of little basing back and forth again. The 3 o'clock window, we had the 11 o'clock window. I mean, we hit it here and it dropped and then came back in the same level and just stayed there, right? It used it. It was here, it peaked, it peaked, it peaked, it came back up and then peaked and based through. So, as far as the fib goes, again, we didn't, at this point you'd have to adjust your fibs and bring them higher, right? I'll just delete them just so we can keep the kind of it clean here, but we'll keep this one as a mark here for something later on. Right now we're at the 81.48. This is the aggressive entry. There's another level right above it at 81.61. It has been, I mean, it's been pushing pretty much for the last day at this point. I think there's a reversal due. It's going to be more of a yen-based play at this point because the Australian market is not open. I wish the Aussie dollar was in a little bit better of a place for a reversal, but the Aussie yen at least is giving us that kind of setup right now. So where we could run to on this, let's see. Got about 30 down to this level. And again, it's been stabilized. It pushed lower, lower, and lower, and finally it went through. But I'm wondering if if we take a short, this would probably be target number 1, right? Again, decent base. I like this formation where you have the big pop, kind of a bit of a wick and a small body, and then another punch off of it again. So it's a level that I would want to be a bit cautious about. And again, you shorter term fib traders, that's probably right around the 50. It looks like it's right around that 50 mark. Again, if you're doing from this bottom up, I forget what Jack calls it. It's like new anchor, same high, or some, I don't know. He has like 12 different things that he does it from. But basically from here up, this is going to be about right around the 50 mark. And again, nice little pullback, nice little candle formation there to, so one that you want to watch out for. Is it necessarily a long? I don't know about that. But again, if we do take a short from the top side, that would definitely be an area that I wouldn't want to mess with. Okay. Euro pound. Now, Euro pound looks like it's going crazy, right? So yesterday we talked about the 86 mark. Yesterday we were sitting right about here, right around this 10 o'clock window. And it touched it, right? So had we thrown this on there, short position there, right now, and again, this one, it looks like it's so long because this is off a higher time frame, but there's your 1 to 3. So, you're 2/3 of the way there. If we can clear these buyers, I think we'll be good. But yeah, so we came up, touched, and pushed. So, this trade's halfway in. It's been very, very slow. I mean, it looks like it's been just so much movement, but we're talking about 16 pips here. So it looks great on the chart, but it's 16 pips. Yeah. Not as exciting as you would think. You'd be like, man, that's like a 60 pipper. No, it's 16 pips. So it's kind of more like this is kind of what it looks like, right? But again, some of you it's valid if you take smaller positions and adjust your position sizing, then it's on its way. Euro yen. So as you can see, so Euro yen didn't go to a full profit. It ended up coming down, tagging the zone, came back down, tagged that zone again, and then kind of pushed through. So this one at its maximum point made it to a 1 to 2.5. It really started to have some issues here at 1 to 2. Had you been trailing this one down, worst case scenario, you probably trailed it here and got a 1.5 out of it. So it's over right now. I wouldn't say that, this is another one that we can keep taking. It is an area, but again, just in this window here, we have 3 touches of a prior level anyway. I wouldn't keep lumping onto this one. I do think that we could get some dollar strength from the two, from Bostic and Daily today. And with this area being hit a number of times, I don't think it's another short. So, it's unfortunate. We had talked about getting the 1 to 3 to there. And it made it to 1 to 2.5 is where it made it to. So, sometimes it happens. But again, this is one of those trades you would not have lost money on. You would have banked some profit on this one either way. Like I said, you may have actually gotten stopped out here right around the 1 to 2. And again, that happens. Sometimes, again, we don't get full movement when something is not moving a ton, right? So right now, I would say, again, the 129.63 is still good. Again, we know there's an area of interest there, but because price has now moved away from it, we can throw another green in there. Let's take this off. I'm going to leave that there, but we're not concerned about it as much. It's just going to be more of a visual clue. But we'll put a 130.05 on there. I do think we are due for a bit of a reversal. European session is basically here, up. I think 10:30 we could be due. I don't know that I'm interested in taking it as much, but we were really looking for, again, session open was supposed to be here. kind of at the same exact spot. Didn't really give us the session open that we were looking for. But again, one, two front runs, and this is number three. So it's at a level that I would start to expect it to break. And again, if it does go higher, probably more yen based this than anything else. Now, the Spanish unemployment number today didn't help, right? It was considered negative, but this continued to kind of rally up again, right? That came in at what? Three. Oops. Came in at three, which would have been right here. So yeah, it pushed it back. Let's see. It pushed it back a total of 6 pips. So not a lot, not a lot. But yeah, I'd look for a break through the top of this. Actually, let's see. What do we got above? Don't need this. All right, so it's here. Yeah, there's not really small turner point there, but not tons. This across. All right, so there we go. So next area up top, and again, let's see how much. About 45. So yeah, there's a long out of there. There's a potential Harry Potter here. Right. Right there. It's one a little extra little pip in there, but I'm a little bit off on that one anyway. So there you go. So we got plenty of room on the top side. So again, up, base, pull back, and take off. And again, that one would be a break of approximately 130.57. Okay. Euro dollar. All right. So we're talking about a break on this one as well. Kind of matches the euro yen, right? We are going through a level. We've hit it a few times. Look, we're basing in it right now. We came down and touched and touched. It's like, yep, look, hit it again. We have the opportunity to start getting long here. So two Harry Potters set up in the same way, euro strength, euro yen, euro dollar. Again, plenty of room on both of them, and they both have about, I would say, probably about the same room on top, the same buffer before we hit the opposing side. But in this case, it's a break of 1857. Look for it to go up, and I would say look for a little bit of a base and pullback. Get a little bit more confirmation on this one. But again, make sure that you're out before that 1890. Not 1898 or 119. 119 will be a big psychological level, and I think I think it has power today. I think we have the potential to get there. But right now, that'd be about the only long I'd be looking for in this one. I don't really like the short. Again, we had a little bit of a kickback in that base. It's like, yeah, it's going higher. Can we set up Harry Potter? 1634. I guess there's probably. So if we take this wick over wick, you can see that it has touched a few times. Um, Let me see what this looks like. Yeah, we got the room. Oh, it's right there too. 135. It's right there also. That one may be one that I throw like an alert on and kind of see how that comes down. I mean, unfortunately, if that one is quick, right? If that one's quick, it may spike all the way through. Let's see, how much is that? 6. It's only 20. Hmm. I think it's one to watch. We've hit in 3, and again, technically there's this first hit here, but even so, there's 1, 2, and 3, so it's at a higher probability of breaking coming through the bottom side. That level is sitting at what? 118.33. Obviously, that would be a red, not a green. That could be an interesting trade setup. Like I said, I would like it more for like a European session open than anything else because it again is the euro dollar. Man, it's there, but it's like, yeah. I mean, we basically need the confirmation up top to get long. right? We need the confirmation up top. This could be a slicer. This could be a slicer with news. And again, it's one of those ones that's not a big risk on it. So, yeah, watch that too. That's pretty interesting. We have a European. All the services. Hmm. 8485, 597, 55. This could be. So retail sales. It's a long time to go to this though. Right there. Hmm. That's an interesting one to look at in the overnight. They watch that in the overnight. Right there. Whoops. Right there. Okay. All right. Pound the yen. Nice little burst in this one. Right. Again, still not really a quality level. There was the one from yesterday. Right. I'd say we're still waiting for 152. We got how much room we got? 40 pips. So this one absolutely could go high. I would say even on this one right now, there's not really anything that's bursty. Yeah, that's the next zone up top is right there. So we got some room to run. Not interested in that. I'm gonna put one right there. There we go. So there'll be a little hiccup of 152.18. But yeah, we're looking for this to push up. We want this one to go up and then look for a reversal back down again. Okay. Nothing else we can really do. I don't really like any of the longs in here. I mean, these are all kind of grind. Even a little one here that was tested, but not really the best level. And again, nothing in here looks great to me at all. Maybe a little bit down here, but yeah, it's a test of the level over here. So not great. I would say that these are still probably our two ranges: 152.41, 150.01. Pound dollar, same push. This one kind of did the same thing as we saw yesterday. It only retraced back to 1.85 and then hit it and turned and then hit it and turned. Most likely, you got stopped out on this one in probably this range probably around the 1-to-1 if you were trailing. Right, if you were trailing, most likely the 1-to-1 is where you got stopped out at. So it is what it is. Again, it was a new level, and again, we've taken this level a few times at this point. So um, let's see, what do we do with it now? Let's go higher. Yeah, this one has the same issues. Yeah, I don't really. Nothing in here is. I mean, there's a little piece right here, but nothing really super bursty at this point. Um, we can delete this one. We don't need this anymore. I don't need that. I'm going to mark that off because again, price is pulling away, so we need a target to the downside. Here. Whoops. Let's bring this across. Go up to a 2 hour. Yeah, it's not as bursty on a 30-minute. All right, so there's our one hiccup. There's our aggressive entry. And again, this is a decent pop, although it did base in there. So watch this level. And again, news wise, this could be a reversal. Right, I'd say 138.79 is the best opportunity on this one for a short. There's probably a smaller one in here. It's only about 27 pips away, so it's close. Again, it's kind of that same thing that we're seeing with the euro yen, euro dollar. If we have that dollar strength coming back and it turns and rolls, although it's got a lot more room to run, but 50 pips is a big thing. Um, It's global cooling in Texas. Yeah, it's actually a really nice temperature out here right now. It's 68 degrees, right? I say it's a really cool temperature. My wife was like, oh, I guess we really can't send Jen in her bathing suit today because they do it. She's at an outdoor preschool. So an outdoor preschool, they basically they spend like zero time inside. Like even in the rain, they're outside. So she's like, it's like the last 3 days they've been doing like basically just water tables, right? Water and sand tables. Like their play area doesn't have equipment. It has a log, a bunch of sticks, some rocks, and like mulch that the kids play with. So 78. Oh, 78. Well, I mean, it's September. It's fall, Ernest. What do you want? Will's got all the heat over there. But either way, I think 78, 79 is the better one. Dollar CAD. Dollar CAD's all over the place. So we talked about this level breaking. It did. It broke through. Didn't get the Harry Potter yet. It's literally kind of just stuck in the same channel. Here was the channel mark that we marked off yesterday, right? I was hoping we get a break though, but we didn't. It unfortunately didn't give us the break there. So came back down again. I would say hold it. We're sitting right in the middle between the two zones. I think 125.74 is good. I think a break of 126.38 is good. Would I be willing to take this again? This spike should have been enough. It based here for a while, and again, touch, and based again. So I would say the next time it comes up to that zone, I don't think there's going to be much left holding that one up. So again, dollar strength based play. Once a dollar strength comes in, this one should burst. Dollar Swiss. Okay. Dollar Swiss, 91.98. Last time we were up there earlier in the week, we ended up tagging it and dropping big. Now we've just kind of based, hasn't done much in there. I think 91.98 is still good. 90.87 is good. And again, there'll be a small little hiccup level at 91.08. Any of those works really. But right now, we were sitting right here yesterday. Right here yesterday. What are we, like 4 pips? Sorry, 1 pip. 1 pip difference from where we were yesterday. All right, so not enough meat on that one for us. And then dollar yen, kind of the same thing. We ended up tagging that level at top. We came down and we're literally riding along this level. So I mentioned yesterday, if we can get a Harry Potter breakthrough, take it. I like the fact that we hit it, right? Hit it again, hit it again, hit it again, hit it again, hit it again. So these people are going to be gone soon. Look for a short position lower. There's your 1 to 3. Doesn't even go as far. You can see that this target ends right here, not all the way down. So again, good distance with an overall target of 109.47. Okay. Just leave it there. Okay. 78 sounds good. 78's a little warm. Like 78, I'm not opening up my windows. Right? Like where I'm at right now, it's 68. Windows are open. I'm all about, I'm good with that, right? 78, not so much. That's a little warm for me. Although, I don't know, Will, if it was 78 there, at 78 with like the amount of humidity that you have, would 78 be comfortable? I don't even know. I feel like 78 with the humidity would just make it like feel like it's like 90. I feel like you don't sweat much at 78, but I feel like if you do at all, like you're just in trouble. Huh. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Will. You gotta type and let us know about that one. All right, so let's go across and look at oil. So oil is going crazy. And again, this is probably more of a demand story than anything else. Whenever you start mentioning people are opening back up again, coming out of the recession, everything looks great. Tends to be good. Yeah, like things like this, opening up recession. I didn't see any historic drop. Let's go more. Central banks to announce tapering in December. I don't see anything in here that like specifically says it. I guess industrial production up. Merchandise production costs. Yeah, there's not a ton there. But yeah, oil is just cranking. Look at that. We ended up breaking right through that level. We had that aggressive level, the aggressive entry where we hit it twice and then went through. There was the Harry Potter that obviously got destroyed yesterday to the downside. Let's see. When is our next? We do have a level sitting right there. $70.60. Ugh. So yesterday was a down, down, and then oil. Then the inventory cranked it sideways. Today is definitely an up, but let's see to 1430. Now I'm wondering if this one's going to take a 1030 reversal back to the downside. Are we going to have this? Right? Because currently we are this. Right? So it's an up day. Yesterday turned into a down up day, even though it was down to start. Let me see. Find that level just a little bit. Turn that red. And let's crank one more right there. So yeah, so there's our two levels. All right, so 70, 70, 61, and 71, 73 are two. But yeah, I'm wondering if this one cranks this thing at 1030 there and then reverses back down again. It's pretty close, right? And again, it's been nothing but straight up since European Open this morning. So let's see. We are, yeah, 224. We've basically hit our daily ATR at this point. So with no retracement, we've done one daily ATR straight up, no pullback. So it's, interesting setup there. Looking at gold. So gold dropping back down again. There was a trade from yesterday. Hope you guys grabbed it. Hit that 1819. Talked about it with Todd that I expect this one to kind of push back down again and want to see if we can get sucked into the 1800. Makes sense if they start talking about inflation. That gives us a good buying area. But again, as it comes down, didn't have an entry, just too much garbage here. But we talked about how it pushed multiple times down. That most likely it was going to come lower. And again, 1800 would be kind of where its target and basing point is. So not really much of a trade setup on that, unfortunately. Looking at silver, silver's the same thing. Silver's had a parabolic move, and could you have drawn some of these and been like, yeah, look at that on a 30-minute, nice little zone. And again, is this a zone? Yes. Great formation, descending candles. It was done at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You could have taken this whole thing if you wanted. I think with a parabolic move up, yeah, you could have grabbed this one to the downside. Although this one triggered at about 5 o'clock this morning, so many people would not have been able to grab it. Still was kind of open for that 24.28, and you had to take kind of the refined level that happened at 9 o'clock yesterday, and then again reversed at 12. That's where the actual failure to go higher goes. But you can see you were stuck in such a small little level for such a long period of time. It's kind of one of these, like, it gets a bit risky. But all it did was, you had the one big push up on the first, did nothing yesterday, and then dropped back down again. So yeah, I would say that the target on this one is still pretty clear. I think this one comes down to 23.47. Not my favorite wicks down here, but if it comes down, I think for non-farm or any type of inflationary based number, I think this one is positioning itself. So it comes down, turns, and rolls back up. But I don't really have a great level. I think if we can get a base to form, like if we can get a base to form down here somewhere, I think that's where. And again, I'm just, I'll make this purple so we can tell that we're just kind of like guesstimating here. Wherever it come down and start the base, that would be what we're looking to take a bounce off of. So it's a failure to go lower. We want it to hit, we want it to base and pop up again, and then come down and not break a new low. And that's our takeoff point to the top side. But around 23.46, I think is probably decent. Another little target level lower, and really we don't have tons. We don't have amazing buying until 22. But yeah, this one was close. So again, you had to use some refined levels on it. Like I said, silver is kind of just silver. Let's see, what is natural gas doing now for inventory? Yeah, natural gas is bouncing back and forth still. And like I said, I want natural gas to just go all the way back down below 4. Yeah. I need that one to move. Let's go check out the indices. It's funny that that's where the open was. Yeah, this would have probably stopped some people out. Right. Just that little peek through. Unfortunately, that's a trap. Yeah, everybody saw that. They were like, "Oh, that's the last high. If it goes above that, go long." And that's the support and resistance trap right there. Again, hit one, hit two, hit three is kind of would burst and then push back. But yeah, there was the trap. Uh, Not much to say about it now. Like I said, I think I'd say there's a decent level right here. Not, I mean, it's been a decent amount of time there, but it's early morning. I would say that this is an ideal zone right here. Again, we know that that touch is good in a positive time, so that's a good level. Wondering if we can get Bostic and Daly to help us today. If they start talking about tapering and tapering sooner than expected, that should drive us down. In which case, that sets us up for tomorrow's non-farm payroll release, as well as the unemployment rate. I think both those are good releases that I almost kind of want to go long for because I think the numbers have been good and justified, kind of good movement. And like I said, I think everybody's expecting the unemployment number to the I'm sorry, the change. Excuse me. They're expecting this to be negative. But if we do get the unemployment rate coming down and this one isn't there, people will focus on this. So, yeah, I'd like for it to push down. I mean, if we can get a nice little push down into here for tomorrow morning, second, third, for right there, I think that gives us a decent bounce up. So, and probably even higher than that. So, let's move this Harry Potter off now. All right. So we like longs at 45.13. Had you tried to get this one at the entry today, yeah, you would have got stopped out on that support and resistance trap, and that's literally what got you, just because it's high. All-time highs. If people see it, they're like, "Gotta go long, baby, gotta go long," and that's what turned it around. So, yeah, it's unfortunate for supply and demand people, but again, it was a third touch, 1, 2, and this is hit number 3, so it's not going to be as strong. Hopefully, you guys were able to, be a little bit patient on that one today. But I do think it comes down and bases in this level. And again, it may actually use this lower level, just a bit below it. I'm wondering if we got that, and then obviously right there. So NQ. So NQ, you should have been able to grab off the open. And again, every day they're not always going to be the same, but there would have been the piece on for the NQ, right? So you'd be up in that one. Kind of like yesterday, how ES was the best of them. I would say that this one looked a little bit better. And 3 is right there. Right? So you're about 2/3 of the way. And like I said, decent buyers. I mean, there's some chopping down here, but I think target to the downside is down here at 15,588. Okay. YM. So YM unfortunately didn't get back up to where it needed to be. I would say that although there was an area of interest here, we were talking about a chop through it, and again, it just collapsed yesterday. I still think we wait till 35,491. Now, kind of the same thing. Two small levels, right? Level of basing here, and there's another one sitting right here. So level on top of a level. Again, those are going to give us some issues. And then again, you guys can see that it came down and literally touched the 35 from yesterday and gave us the confirmation bounce. Remember, this is that confirmation bounce, right? Didn't go as low, gave us a new level, and then took off. Right. So, Russell, what do we got here? Russell going higher, but Russell's a hard one right now. Like I said, level up top is really kind of what would be looking for. We don't need this area of interest anymore. Whoops. Don't need the area of interest. We don't need the top here. Let's remove this just to clean it up. We'll remove that one. We'll pull this. We know we got this level up top still. And again, this is the strongest of all. This is the strongest indice right now. So, can we jump that 7 points? There's a reversal on this one. I don't love it. This is like a B minus. Let's mark this off. We'll go there and we'll go here. Whoops. I'm marking that off because there's a racetrack sitting right here. And again, 1 touch, 2 touches. This would be number 3, but I'm looking for when it's a lot of room to run. So, yep. So it's going to depend on what we hit, but we have two different options on this one. I think either of these are could be valid trade setups. This would be more of kind of a probably an after lunch thing, right? And again, I think Bostic has already mentioned tapering a few times. Daily kind of chimes in that should be negative for the Russell because small companies will be affected most by the taper, not the large companies. So if we can get up to there by 1 o'clock, then I think it's a decent short. If they don't mention saying, like I said, of the two, Bostic is definitely more hawkish on taper. Not that Daly isn't for taper, but she was kind of like, yeah, end of the year, beginning of next year. I think it's we've been overly accommodative. She's been a little bit more conservative. Is mentioning taper, but not as in like it needs to be done right now and be done by the end of the year, right? There are some, but she's not one of them. But you should, like I said, I think it's probably where we're set up. So yeah, if we can get this up before he speaks at 1 o'clock, I think that gives us a decent option. But if we do break through, wait for the base, the pullback, and then take it long. We're in a racetrack above. There's not really any sellers, all the way up to 23.32. And again, with that unemployment situation, this could definitely be something we do for tomorrow. If we come through and just kind of meander around back and forth again, if in the overnight we can come up and we pull back again before non-farm, this could be a decent runner. I think 5.2 definitely takes us higher. So, yeah. What else we got going on here? Let's see. Tesla. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4 broke it. So we had 4 breaks on Tesla. We can bring these higher now. I wonder if that was actually, did that go off a zone? Yeah, it did. I hate how wiki Tesla is. There we go. So yeah, so it looks like it's not the best area for Tesla. Not the best of levels. We got an Apple. Oh, Apple just came off a level. Nope, this one. Of course, it's the wrong one. It's the 1 to 3, 3. There you go. So Apple set up in a short. See if Apple hits that one or not. What else we got? Earlier today, I saw Bitcoin was back over 50, but now it is back under 50 again. Ethereum's down a bit. GMC, AMC, Doji up too. James wants to be happy. Let's see if this is doing anything. Pulled right back into the middle. It is stabilized. It's trying to stabilize, but it's not stabilizing at a level. Hmm. It's trying to stabilize. Question is it going to take off before that? $25, $29. Oh, they're already trying to take off that level. All right, we'll see how that one rolls. Like I said, it looks like it's more set up for long, but it does have sellers up top. So I literally want this thing to go down to like $2. I want it to have so much extra supply it goes down to $2. Come on, climate change. Come on, climate change. Because we don't need heat. We don't need fuel. We don't need natural gas for heating fuel if we have climate change. Everybody go out and eat some meat. I need this to go down. All right, we'll do the drawing. We'll do the giveaway today while we're waiting for that one to take through. Look at this. We don't have many people today. Ernest is not in yet. Will's in. I know I started it late today. And Briggs is going for number 2 today. So he got his 25. So he is at his, what, 50? today. Actually, I guess it's 100 because yesterday was 50. So yeah, he's at 100 pip chips if he wins again today. We got Ernest in there. We got Neuro in there. Throwing some big stuff away. Where's Debbie? Oh, Debbie's right there. It's like, Debbie, you better be here. I think that's it. We got Eki in. No Ross today. Ross will be in tomorrow. It's Friday. You know how Ross rolls. All right, let's see here. Winner of today's drawing is. I feel like there needs to be a recount. No, just kidding. Ernest gets his 25. Leaderboard. Ernest 25. There was a battle going on there. Ernest is closing kind of in on Debbie, but Neuro's kind of hot on his heels. So yeah, it's rigged. I know. Briggs is like, I won once. It's all I really needed. Don't settle for less. If this is gonna do anything. Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. There you go. The Italian economy is growing much more than expected. Much more than expected. Again, that should help out the. See what the euro's doing on that one. The euro should like that. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I'm on 1 minute. Like, wait. I was just saying. Yeah, look at that. Look at that push up. So that was good for the euro. Good for the euro. Needs to be shrunk to there. Yeah, come on. Keep punching through. Punch through. We need on that one. Actually, this one probably should shrink into there. It's too far. All right, so that's good. Let's see. Is the pound reacting to it? Yeah, look at this. Pound, everything is moving. Let me see what the dollar's doing. Where are we at with the dollar? We got 3 more minutes on natural gas. 2, 3. Yeah, it had problems at that level. Next time we have some dollar people coming in. Really down here, but that's not really even the best level. So we got a little bit more room to run the dollar. All right, let's look at natural gas real quick. One more time. Ooh, look, it pulled right up to another level. It's actually pulled up to like a little bit of a gap there. Question is, can it hold for 3 minutes now? Can it hold for 3? Let's see here. There's some hold there. This was a longer hold, although this one is really, really flat, and it did pull back up to the same area, so it's kind of set. So look, it looks like it's rotated itself. Now it's set for a short. Again, this is a better level than this one here. I wish it was in this one. It'd be much, much better if it was up top. All right, so we'll see how that one goes through here. He's fine. Let's see the factor orders. Yeah, everything's good. Pull 3% gain. Yeah, we kind of knew that already. All right, we're just waiting for this number. See what this number is. I have a secure that spot. All right, come on. Give us the release. We'll probably see in the chart faster than we'll see it on Forex Factory. 20. Yeah, it was less than expected. Yeah, it should pop. It should, so we'll see. So yeah, it was using this as its stabilization. Yeah, I was wondering if this is gonna be too small. So yeah. I was trying to see if it was gonna give us a big spike. It's not even look at that. The spike is not even really it's not having a major actual Actually, damn, I did it again. This is the delay. Yeah, this is a delay, so it'll be 10 minutes before we see what happens. It probably already moved again. God, every week I say this too. I'm like, oh, I forgot there's a delay. Like it was set up, right? But then there's the delay. Um, oops. Yeah, huge spike. Yeah, and you know what? It did come back down again. Yeah, so the delay came back down to that level. With the delay, it came down to the low level and stopped. I'm looking at it on the Nix platform right now. It did stop in the lower level here. So yeah, so it was the delay again. So gotta love the delay. Yeah. So yeah, that'd be a stabilization point down there. But yeah, watch it pop from that level. Actually, it's this level right here. Should be that. I guess it doesn't matter. That's fine. Whatever. Yep. So yeah, the delay got me again. Man, that's twice the delay's got me. 2 or 3 times in the last month, the delay's got me. I hate the delay. I guess actually in reality, yeah, the delay got me, but I mean, if there was your short position, right? There was your move off of the actual delay from the delay, right? But the news hadn't come out yet, so there's kind of your first piece, right? And then your news piece is the second piece. So, way to go, delay, owned by the delay again. But you guys can see it's the same thing on the 1 minute. And again, yeah, I'll leave that one there, and then there'll be another one down here. 32. I think I can move this over. Just I was trying to like get them like set there. That should be enough, right? 28, 29. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that works. I think this one will end up triggering and hitting, and again, so either way would have worked. So again, strategy worked, but the delay owned me on the actual news release itself. So, well, it happens. So, all right, guys. With that said, it's 10:33. I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Don't forget non-farm payroll tomorrow morning at 10:30. Right. And again, when I did all, I guess I can do all. There's a bunch of European news early, but again, everything kicks in right at 8:30 tomorrow morning. So make sure your positions are covered if you're anything long or short. But again, it should be a pretty decent morning tomorrow morning. I think it will be lower volume, so we could see an above normal spike. But again, hourly earnings up again. Again, this is an inflationary thing. They keep paying us more, but again, the unemployment rate I think is the one to watch. This I expect to be negative. If it comes at like 657 ish or whatever, I would take that as not even really a miss. But unemployment I think will be a big one. So we shall see. All right, with that said, I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. You take care. Have a good one. If you need anything, message me on Discord. Take care.